Yes,
sir.
Shit. Yo, we
There
live.
We go. We good.
Yo, so
it's looking good.
we got a big announcement.
Okay.
Stay tuned for the rest.
To the end. You got me.
Just wait to the end of the video.
Yes, sir.
Hey, yes, sir. And we switched things up. We got Will as the moderator. The Will came over there. Say what up.
Best moderator in the game.
Yeah, so stay tuned. We got some big announcements. This shit's gonna take us to the next level.
We going up.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We're gonna get to it.
So moderator, what's the first topic?
All right, so we're gonna start with the NBA. You know, get this thing on and popping. So we're gonna start with the NBA. Y'all been paying attention to what's going on with the Brooklyn Nets? Steve Nash getting shit canned.
He's out of there.
All right. So let me give you my thoughts on that, right? So basically, they're saying it's like a mutual agreement between Steve Nash and the Brooklyn Nets organization, and the reason why they're saying that is because the shenanigans going around with Kyrie. And for those who don't know, I'm not gonna say shit because I don't want to get fucking canceled, bro. All right, so I'm just leave it off there. Search it up on your own fucking time. Do what you got to do, but. You know, I mean, I kind of see both sides. I mean, I can see.
Wait. Do you think Steve Nash got fired because of Kyrie?
No. I'm saying I think it was a mutual thing between them. Like, all right,
it's not because he was a bad coach.
I don't know.
Like, is that the excuse?
Maybe.
Is that
he might have been in over his head.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
I think so.
It was just perfect timing, you know.
You know, do it early while you can. You know what I mean?
You know what it is? It's probably perfect timing where. Had all this Kyrie fucking craziness going on.
Yep.
Steve Nash is fired. Now it's easier. Now
exactly.
Easier.
Just sweep it under. Like,
it's
just
so much
pay
easier,
attention to it.
I was gonna ask y'all, do y'all think Steve Nash got a fair shake at being the head coach? Because I was looking at some of the stats and numbers that they were pulling up for Brooklyn, and they were saying that just off Kyrie, since he's been there, he's had 9 different head coaches in 12 seasons, and Brooklyn has had a plethora of coaches in the past few years. Do you think Steve Nash is just another, coach to add fuel to that fire of like, hey, we're trying to get, Mark Jackson or somebody over there?
Yeah, when there's that much turnover, you got to look higher than the head coach for sure. It's an organizational thing, at this point, where you have to look at how much control, and we talked about this off the pod kind of, how much control you're actually giving to the players.
Yeah.
That's what you really have to look at. And I don't think Steve Nash even felt empowered by
ownership.
The ownership. Mm-hmm. And that could have started to put the pins in the relationship a little bit. And then you bring in a guy like Kyrie, who said when Steve Nash came in, and we might be better off, like we could operate without a coach. Yeah. Kyrie said that. Mm-hmm. So how is Steve Nash supposed to feel coming in? Damn. You know?
I mean, I guess it's deeper rooted in the sense that it's back to what we said. We said this multiple times in the podcast. NBA players have way too much power.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and I asked this question one time in one of the episodes. I was like, how much leverage? Maybe leverage is not the word, but how much power and how much does a head coach in the NBA actually dictate within the game? Especially like when you got a team well, I wouldn't say a stack, but you got superstars like Kyrie, Ben Simmons, Kevin Durant, whatever,
Bro, like, when you're making fucking $200+ million, bro, you call shots.
That's what I'm saying.
You are the fucking man there, bro.
But not necessarily, because there's something to be said about superstars who can play side by side with the head coach, i.e. Giannis in
Milwaukee.
Yeah. Like, not all the time when you're getting the big money, you have to speak out and you have to drive the ship. Like, let the head coach do his job. And just like with the higher ups, the superstar player, their job is to also empower the coach. Yeah. And in Brooklyn, Steve Nash didn't get that.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
So my thoughts on this are, do you think Brooklyn really wanted Steve Nash to succeed? And my next kind of question leading from that is, do you think they already had a replacement for Steve Nash in the tuck before even firing him? Because that Ime rumor came out real fast.
Yeah.
Right around that time that Nash was getting fired.
Right.
So it kind of looks bad on their organizational side when you're like, hey, we're firing Steve Nash, who's a respected NBA player, Hall of Famer. You know, he's taking his first stabs at being a head coach.
Right.
And then they automatically like, yo, your replacements, we already got this dude right here. We had the chance. What if they were like, hey, we're going to tank a little bit just to make sure we make Steve Nash look bad?
You know what, Will? Just to go off the first statement, you think they gave Steve Nash a chance? They actually didn't they hire Steve Nash before they signed Durant? Didn't they? You know what I mean?
Think so.
No,
because I think they were there when
had-
Kenny was there. Kenny Atkinson.
No.
Yeah.
Was he there?
yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. I don't
Kenny
know.
didn't coach Kyrie.
No, he didn't coach Kyrie.
He was there with KD though.
Yeah.
No?
I think Kyrie got him fired, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been a quick
shit.
turnaround of coaching.
Oh yeah, so when Steve Nash got there, I think so.
Yeah, but-
I think they wanted him to succeed, but they didn't give him the right players.
is that he was set up for failure?
When you have a player that has an ego like that, you have to do like a LeBron, where you got to bring in a coach that can be kind of like a strategist, but not necessarily a voice.
Do you think Kyrie got an ego?
Yeah.
See what I get where Jaren's coming from, because he's saying that they tried to go for a star who wants to be in the limelight, kind of like the situation where they were saying that one of the reasons why Kyrie wanted to leave the Celtics back when he was playing with us is because he wanted to be the guy,
Right.
and he was having a hard time standing out or being like that leadership voice in a locker room full of the guys.
But you
know
know
what I'm
he learned
saying?
from that? I think he mentioned that like he actually respects LeBron after the fact that
Yeah.
after he left Boston, he was like, damn, it is hard being the leader.
No,
Yeah, he could say that. He says a lot of things, but
Yeah, that he's gonna come back.
yeah, it's just not working out. Like with him, it seems like he's a problem.
a cancer, you would say?
Think so?
Yeah.
You know,
Kyrie
I can
might be a
see that.
problem.
I can see that, but I don't know if I agree with that. But I definitely could see that.
Bro, everywhere he goes, Cleveland, cancer. Boston, cancer. Nets, fucking crazy cancer.
Yo,
Yo, cancer's a strong word though. That's a strong word.
how much you want to bet? This is my guess. I'm just saying this. It's looking like they might be posturing to get him over to L.A. because L.A. has absolutely nothing to lose right now.
Even
if I'm
swap
Bron,
Kyrie for Westbrook.
Ooh,
No.
for the baggage.
I wouldn't even
Ooh.
swap. I'll just wait till next season when
Throwing
he's
an
a
extra-
free
No,
agent.
but honestly, though, that's a bad trade for Brooklyn, bro.
That's
Imagine
lopsided.
Russell Westbrook
Bro,
and Ben Simmons on the
nah.
same team.
Brick squad.
Damn.
Brick squad
10-17
monopoly.
Brick squad.
A couple car wash coupons and a dishwasher.
I don't know.
I don't see what the loss is.
But
Cut your losses and make it happen.
All right, whatever. Bro.
fucking going off that Ime shit
I was
though.
gonna say, you think Emo's gonna do good?
So it's still in like rumor stages. I guess they're not trying to rush the process. I guess.
Right.
But I mean, I don't see another candidate right now. So I mean, I'm assuming Ime is going to be the coach, and I think Ime is going to be a great coach because like I think he's going to set aside the egos and all that shit. The players like him, bro. He's a really good players coach, and he's a tough coach. You know what I mean? Besides all him, sticking his tip in, where it shouldn't be, he's a good coach, bro.
Hey, I heard that an open relationship.
Facts.
Yeah.
Who's to say where he should and shouldn't put his tip?
Hey, that's what I heard, man.
I don't know, dude.
So we're gonna progress a little bit. So obviously, you guys know it's the start of the NBA season. It's early.
Still early.
It's real early.
9-10 games in.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, we just gonna point out some teams from the jump that are doing better than expected, and they're doing worse than expected. So a team that's doing better than expected that I'm not sure a lot of people had as a favorite going into the finals or even the playoffs is the Cavaliers. Cleveland?
Honestly,
Still early.
I saw them having some
Yeah,
success.
they have a good young core.
Yeah, they have a good. They got Donovan Mitchell now.
Bro.
I think that was a huge pickup for them, bro. Like you traded a few assets in, Larry Markkinen. You traded Colin Sexton, and I forgot the dude that they drafted. They sent him away. I mean, maybe he does good, maybe not.
Right.
But I mean, you still have young talent surrounding Donovan Mitchell with Evan Mobley. Jared Allen's a really good center. And you got Kevin Love coming off the bench. Like, bro, they got a solid squad.
Garland,
bro.
Solid.
Yeah, Darius Garland.
they
like,
have
he's
a really good squad.
They have a really good squad. They actually really do.
And I'm be honest with you. The thing about Donovan Mitchell is I don't think people respect him to the level he should be respected as a star. in the
Well,
league.
you wanna know why Donovan Mitchell doesn't get respect? Because he's been playing on these low market teams,
The
Utah
Jazz,
and Cleveland. These are
Yeah.
these are not like high marquee like Chicago, Boston.
Oh, yeah,
So
no.
I don't think he gets the spotlight. You
That's
know
what
I'm
it
saying?
is. Yeah, I get where it's coming from. But all right, so we touched on the Cavs. Now we're gonna go to teams that are doing worse than expected. I mean, some might have said this after some of the shenanigans that took place prior to the season, but Golden State, what is it? What is their record?
Like 3-7
Yeah,
3-7.
as of today, Saturday. So by the time this comes out,
So I'm gonna let y'all lead it off. I got some opinions on it.
some theories.
Yeah, but Golden State 3-7. Obviously, everybody was expecting them to be a favorite to go back to the finals. Early predictions ain't looking so good right now. But
I mean, it's mad early. You know, it's
It is
early.
looking early, but if you look at the games that they've played, tendencies, they're on
closer.
a 5-game losing streak, right?
God damn.
So their most recent game, 114 to 105, they lost. All right, kind of a blowout. Game before that, 130, 129. All right, 2 games before that, 128, 114, 120, 113. So if you look at it, they can put up numbers because they're scoring like 130 a game.
Yeah.
They just can't play defense.
You know what it is? What was right? Trade Draymond for Tristan Thompson.
Get the fuck
so
out of
let
here,
me
bro.
put it like this: from what I see when they play, they got talent on their roster. It's young boys that's carrying that team. Honestly, Poole. You know what I mean?
They got Wiseman back yet?
Wiseman is back.
Wiseman's back.
Yeah. He's playing all right.
And
He's
a
playing
lot
alright.
of their veterans aren't balling the way their expectations of them
They're older
balling
now.
are. But it's bigger than Draymond. I'm seeing a lot of rust on Klay. Klay Thompson is not
Rusty
Klay.
as hell.
Klay Thompson is not looking like Klay
I
Thompson.
mean, granted, he's missed about 2.5 years.
Right.
So it's gonna
Yeah.
be kind of hard for him to come back. But
me personally,
yeah,
if I'm being honest, have Klay come off the bench, start Jordan Poole at shooting guard.
nah, I wouldn't do that because they need that impact out in the second unit
Right.
because
Especially
without
if Klay,
him coming off the bench,
You don't think
you
Klay
got nobody.
Klay towards the end of the game kind of starts to lose some of that energy, and then he starts making bad decisions on the court because he's tired? I see him kind of.
But I mean, if you're saying this conditioning, maybe you got a point where him just being out for a couple years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's all it
It's-
is.
it's just
he just
the rhythm,
missed
yeah.
so much time
Yeah.
consecutively.
I mean, that could be the problem.
That was the worst thing for him. Like the injuries coming so close together. Worst
Or-
and best.
Or it could be worst case scenario that the injuries actually hindered his performances. You know what I'm saying?
No, of
Yeah,
course.
and it really
I mean,
like took a permanent toll.
yeah.
That's
That
what
could
happens,
be a
bro.
case.
What do you tear ACL and then you're playing pickup ball or some shit and you fucking
But the thing is,
do your Achilles?
The thing is, Clay's not an athletic player, so
He never was.
Right. It's all about finesse.
you know, so
And technique.
I don't know if injuries is actually the problem. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure.
I mean, his stats are middle of the pack a little bit. I mean, he's averaging 15 points, 2.9 rebounds, 2.5 assists. So it's not like overwhelming numbers where you're like, oh shit, this dude's
I
gonna
mean,
be MVP.
he's kind of a shell of himself with those
That's-
numbers.
But that's what I'm saying. So I'm telling you right now, Poole is no joke. And I'm not saying Klay isn't a critical piece on
have him
that
come
team.
off the bench. Clay coming
Him
off the
coming
bench.
off the bench, it preserves some of that energy that he won't have towards the end of the game. Same thing with Draymond. Draymond slows down towards the end of games. Why not start Kuminga
Yeah.
and have him?
Start the younger guys. Get the
he's
minutes.
a good energy guy. They got.
So I mean, you know, I had this little term I made up, the couch coach. What is your couch coach? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing if you're the coach for the Golden State?
Bro, I'm talking to fucking John Myers, whatever the fuck, Bob Myers, excuse me. Get Clay the fuck out of here. Give me some rotational pieces.
Oh my!
I'm gonna try to get some of them picks back.
Exactly. 100%.
Honestly.
How many
You know
picks
what?
think they can get?
I
for
should
that?
like that
If we're
because-
gonna start Jordan Poole, I'm gonna try to move Clay, get some of those picks back, get some established bench players who can
Exactly.
lead my younger guys. Because looking at their roster, they need some help coming off the bench because they got a couple injuries. So I mean, it couldn't hurt.
No, I like that because
I like
the Golden State are actually really, really good at drafting players and building up players like Jordan Poole.
No, it's true.
Wiseman,
The development,
Kuminga.
the development is good.
They have a good head of their
right.
organization,
See,
unlike Brooklyn.
If I'm Bob Myers, I'm calling Sacramento. Sacramento are fucking stupid, bro. Like they make like shit trades.
Yeah.
Last year they traded Tyrese Halliburton, which is supposed to be, the real deal.
He was supposed to be their next
Right,
pick
right.
of the-
Their franchise, basically. They traded for Sabonis. I mean, Sabonis he's a good player.
Right,
He's a
right.
good player.
All-star team, but borderline all-star.
Yeah, no, he's good, bro.
He's a solid power forward.
But I mean, the where they had Halliburton going, like trajectory wise, I didn't think it was worth trading.
Yeah.
Their front office don't know what the fuck they're doing in
That's what I'm saying.
Sacramento.
So trade Clay over
Honestly.
there, right? For some pieces, they got some pieces over there, bro.
Like who? Couch coach.
Couch coach.
I don't know. if you trade Clay over there, that might give that dry valley, some life. A little bit. You give them Clay. That's
Superstar?
That's that one they need, and someone else is
Honestly-
like, "Yo, let's go to Sacramento."
Yeah, that's a good business move. I don't know about winning games though. That put some
No.
ass on the seats, but I don't know about winning some games. But
You know what I noticed? Where the fuck is Iguodala? Is he hurt still?
Yeah, he's out.
That's a waste of money.
He
That's really what we're looking at for impact. Like we got players that like Iguodala. Isn't his contract like how many mils? He's getting paid.
No, he's getting he's getting Udonis money, so he's getting like a
coach
mill or
off
two.
the bench though. He's like Udonis Haslam, right? He just be clapping on the bench
Right.
and giving them motherfuckers advice.
How old
Jumping up
is he?
all aggressive.
I remember
Yeah.
Iguodala. Yeah, I remember there was an argument back in high school. Someone was like, "Oh, KD's better than LeBron because he can do more." No, LeBron's better than KD because he could do more, like as far as rebounds, defending, all that shit. Like if that's the case, like Iguodala in his prime, they're like, isn't Iguodala better than KD with that statement? Because in his prime,
Nah, he was nice
No.
though.
yo, remember in his
He
prime,
He was
though?
nice though. He was nice.
He could do everything.
They used to
though.
call him
Iggy in
AI too.
Philly?
I was like, nah, shut that shit down, nigga.
Yeah, AI too. Yeah,
Remember
right.
that Drew Holiday and fucking
Lou Williams.
Yeah,
They had a good team.
Had a
that
little
was a decent
squad back
yeah, I
in the day.
remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna lead off a little bit with some of the home team action. So the Celtics, 5-3, Tatum and Brown. It's looking like they took that next step into going from being, great players to star players. Both of them dropping 30 in some of their previous matchups.
Mm-hmm.
How do y'all feel about the Celtics and how they look right now? Outside of some of the organizational issues and things going on right now with the new head coach, I feel like they're balling out, even
Okay.
with some of the background shit going on right now.
So I'm gonna start off with Joe Mazzulla. Nobody knew who the fuck he was.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for him to step in and be the head coach of this team, going through all the adversity, I think he's doing a great job. You know what I mean? Your starting centers out. You know what I mean? I feel bad for Rob Williams, bro, because like he's such a good talent, but he can never stay healthy, and that's the issue with a lot of these star players in the league. You have all the talent in the world, but it doesn't produce on the floor because you don't take care of yourself.
He's a big man too, so big man.
Yeah, I mean, him
Injuries
playing
pile up.
through the finals with that injury probably wasn't the best thing.
You
No,
know
it
what?
It wasn't.
The Celtics organization got something like you got to play in the playoffs, just like Isaiah Thomas. Fuck up your career
Oh,
after this,
yeah.
but you're gonna play, motherfucker.
Yeah, like
It's like in the NFL. They're like, yo, stop being a pussy, bro. You can play.
They
Yeah,
went
right.
full 2 on him. His injury, they were like, "Yo,
Yo,
get him
Tua-
out there."
Yeah, it's like Tua.
right, ain't nothing wrong with his head. It was his back. Get him out. Get him out there.
It wasn't his vertebrae.
Right, he's fine.
God damn.
Crazy shit.
so no,
Yeah, my bad. Fucking yeah, but Joe Mazzulla's doing is doing pretty good. I think that tandem of Tatum and Brown, yeah, they really do complement it.
Superstar tandem.
I think it's one of the best, if not the best, it's one of the best in the league. I think a lot of people should be talking about Brogdon. He's doing pretty good for us. I like what Brogdon's
coming off
doing.
the bench, leading that second unit.
He's doing pretty good, bro.
Yeah, I mean, with Marcus Smart starting now, one of my questions was who's going to lead that spark off the bench, and going to get Brogdon from Milwaukee was
that's the difference maker.
No, Indy.
Oh yeah, from Indy because
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. I'm so glad we didn't get rid of Marcus Smart, bro, because his defense. He be holding it down on defense, bro.
No, he's good.
When he be switching off onto star players. All five. He be switching off on everybody. Like, and he guards.
He talks a lot. He talks he communicates very well on the defensive end, which is key.
Similar to Rondo. Remember Rondo used to do that shit?
Key.
Yo, I can see him being a fucking head coach in the league, bro.
Who, Rondo?
Yeah.
I could see that. That motherfucker smart as shit. Looking like a Ninja Turtle.
I feel like he'd be one of the coaches be slapping the fuck out the water though.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
he strikes me as a guy with the short fuse.
Yeah.
Sit your ass on the bench.
You know what?
Throw a water ball at somebody's head.
That's what Brooklyn needs.
Rondo?
Nah.
Like, you know what, KD, you bitch.
Talk about beat his ass.
Imagine he gets in trouble for lotion in KD's elbows and shit.
What kind of?
Hey, you see that cross up KD did the other day against I think it's John Gafford at Washington. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, he did him dirty, bro. He did one little move across the leg, bam, 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 and this dude was over there kissing the floor. I was like, God damn,
looking like Juan back in the day.
Oh my
junior
god,
high.
You remember when I broke your ankles, bro?
Bitch, you fell on my shit.
No, I crossed him up, bro. When I was my athletic peak, I crossed up Juan, snapped his fucking Achilles. He had surgery and shit.
Athletic peak. How old are you? Like 14 years old?
I was like 16.
You tore your Achilles?
Nah.
Like 16.
I was like, bro, you really tore your Achilles?
Nah, he sprained my ankle. Eduardo Nara looking like over there.
Oh, Eduardo Nara.
Cross his shit,
Juan
bro.
Hernan Gomez and
Juan
shit.
had to like limp back home.
Bro, I was in trouble, dog. I was like, fuck.
Because he wasn't even supposed to be playing basketball.
Snuck out, man. It's crazy.
So I'm gonna finish off that Celtics segment with the way we're looking right now. Do you think we're going back to the promised land?
It's early.
Yeah.
It's early, and I think Milwaukee is looking like probably the best team in the league right now. So
that's the only thing I
don't know.
Milwaukee, they're coming. Giannis,
and they got Middleton back too, so I don't know.
Yeah, if Middleton played against us in the playoffs, I think we would have lost, bro.
Yeah, we would have been out of there.
He stretches the floor, bro, and his 3-point.
Yeah, he's the perfect complement to Giannis, honestly.
Giannis is just so dominant. That's the thing. Like, you can't guard him. Like, he's driving into the lane and he's dunking on you. And it's like the only way you could really
and it's over with. That's it.
The only way you can really slow him down is fouling him, and like you can't
and
have
hope he
everybody
miss
foul
at the
out.
free throw line.
Yeah.
You can't have everybody in the team foul
If he gets on fire from free throw, it's over with.
Yeah. So I know we've been touching on a lot of the star players, so we're gonna lead into another good topic to kind of build off that. Who are you guys' early MVP predictions in the NBA? This is real early.
Giannis.
Who do you think? Think Giannis?
Giannis.
Why? Just
his team's 8-0. And he been balling.
I mean,
that's literally all you need.
To be honest, enough said, bro. Enough said.
I mean, this is Milwaukee's story. They ball out through the regular season. Mm-hmm. They get in a good position, and they get to the playoffs, and something happens along the way. Like the one time it went perfect for them, they won the championship, and then.
Miami.
We'll see.
Oh, I know.
So y'all don't have any opinions as far as like, I mean, for MVP, it's different because MVP is an individual award. Right. And there's some good nasty plays. Like John Morant obviously is in that conversation.
He's not getting it. I like him, but I don't think people in the league like him.
You know who's nasty this year?
Luka's looking good.
Luka.
Yeah,
Luka's averaging 30 right now.
But he plays in Dallas. I don't think he'll get it.
He's a walking bucket. I'm trying to tell you.
He is.
He's a walking bucket.
He don't miss. Record?
I don't know.
I don't even know. But I know. I feel like MVP is also based on how many eyes you bring. And I feel like if he was in a bigger market, he probably would have won MVP probably last year and this year.
Think so?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Dallas is a big market though.
Yeah, I think so, but
I think Houston's a little bit bigger. But
Dallas is probably a big city, like a major city, but I don't think it's a big market as far as like the basketball team. Like their basketball team isn't really.
They're 5-3 by the way.
I'm about to say something. I'm gonna be like, Giannis is not gonna win MVP. He's not good enough. John Moran's not gonna win MVP. Donovan Mitchell, LeBron, no one. It's gonna be Luka because he's white, based on the comp.
Oh my
I'm kidding. No,
Damn, my boy said that.
No, because the TikTok comments, the fucking. Bro,
Hey, you know what? I'll switch to something you like doing.
That's the perfect lead, actually, into the NFL. That's the perfect pivot.
Before we go, let's just touch on the last thing because
it's perfect.
Yeah, let's all right.
It's perfect.
Let's
just go into it. Let's just go into it.
Let's segue into the NFL. So, I mean,
by the way, fuck the TikTok comments.
So, signing the NFL, recently the NFL trade deadline just passed, and there was some premier trades that occurred. One specifically that I paid attention to was Chase Claypool being traded from the Steelers.
Yes, I think that was a very good trade for Chicago. For Chicago.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on Justin Fields now.
Get in Chase. Get in Chase. I know. What you about to say about Justin Fields? How you just got that feeling? I agree with it. But going out to get him somebody to potentially be able to get the ball to is a good thing.
Is that the I don't want to cut you off, but is that the reason why Justin Fields can't throw the ball because the receivers? Is that the reason?
No,
the receiving core is kind of shit.
Yeah, the receiving core is kind of
the receiving core isn't
because
good.
He does not throw the.
But I also don't look at him as a. He's not a. I won't say conventional quarterback. People gonna call me racist.
He's a poor man's Kyler Murray, and that says a lot. That's the way I see it.
That might be.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I don't think Kyler Murray. Honestly, Kyler Murray scrambles a lot, but I don't think he has the same athleticism as a Justin Fields. Justin Fields be making plays out there with just his speed.
He does, but how long can he do that for?
That's the thing. That's
about 3 years,
bro. And he's tiny too.
Because you got to.
Yeah, he's really small.
They only really.
Bro, if this was the NFL at least 5 years ago, this dude, rookie season, out.
They only have like two reliable offensive options for him. It's David Montgomery and Darnell Mooney. Those are the only two dudes he can rely on in that offense.
They have a shit offensive line too.
True, but let me speak on the whole Chicago Bears thing, right? So I was at the Pats game on Monday, and I was fucking baffled, bro. I was like, bro, we're getting blown out by the fucking Bears.
Actually, can I speak on that for 1 second? Because I was overreacting when Zappy came in. I was like, wait a minute. I thought this was his moment. He came in. The first 2 drives he scored after Mac Jones was playing like shit. I'm over here. Zappy's the truth. He's the truth.
That group chat was crazy.
I was like, oh my god!
That group chat
I was yelling.
Nuts.
I was yelling.
We was talking like that. God. He was the new friggin'.
I thought it was like Tom Brady when he filled in the
2.0.
Yo, so let me tell you how the experience of the game went, right? So Justin Fields, that game actually did really good. Yeah, running the ball and throwing the ball. He actually did pretty good. I mean, threw a pick. It is what it is. He's known for that. You know what I mean? He's not always making the best decisions, but
not
whatever.
A good quarterback.
Yeah, pretty much. But he's almost like a Lamar in a way because obviously he's really good on the ground. And that's what they're starting to really utilize him at too.
If there was anyone between Lamar and Justin, not to cut you off, that should convert to running back, it's Justin. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that at all, but okay.
All right, whatever.
He is not Lamar.
I know. Whatever. Fuck you, bro. But he did look good that game, and he really didn't have receivers like that. But I mean, Darnell Mooney kind of caught some shit. N'Keal Harry, who got fucking booed at the game, was hilarious. He caught like a pass or two, I think, like that. And I think their fucking tight end Cole Kmet or whatever his name is, he's all right. But I mean, the Chase Claypool, I see why you're pretty fucking pumped for that. Because it does give Justin Fields another weapon,
another option.
You know what's something I noticed, and let me know if you guys agree. I feel like a running quarterback needs a great receiving tight end.
Yeah, you need that bailout.
You need a great receiving tight end.
You need somebody to take some of the pressure off you, especially in those situations. Because nine times out of 10, like before this new modern era of football, where the tight end is just an extension of a receiver, where everybody wants a Travis Kelce or
Kyle Pitts from Atlanta.
Kyle Pitts, or even a Mark Andrews.
Yeah,
you're supposed to block 9 times out of 10 as a tight end. So that tight end position is kind of just like a faster blocker, honestly.
Nah, yeah. You look at the tight ends back in the day.
Yeah, they were just fucking, they were just
Todd
blocking.
Heat,
Yeah.
Jason Witten,
Fucking Dallas Clark.
Dallas Clark down there.
Yeah.
Cracking heads.
Remember Algie Crumpler?
I was just about to say him, Algie
he was
Crumpler.
good.
You know,
He
but
was a
Even
good
your
one
boy
back in
Shannon
the day.
Sharp.
Who's the dude from the 49ers? What the fuck was his name? He ended up playing for the
Kittle?
No, what the fuck was? Oh my god, I know.
Niners? But
Yeah,
I don't know.
he played for the
I
Niners.
think just the way how the game like has evolved as far as like you kind of need be good on the feet and throwing the ball.
Mhm.
I think like if you're gonna have like a Josh Allen, a Mahomes type of player, you need to know how to throw the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's still the primary weapon for a quarterback.
That's why Josh Allen, he looking like QB1 overall, like throughout the league. Cause dude got the cannon, the accuracy getting better. He can move on the feet.
He's fucking
He'll
good.
lower the shoulder
I fucking hate
once
Josh
he get
Allen,
past the
but
line
he's
of
so
scrimmage.
good.
Nah, he's nasty.
This dude
He's
is
nasty, bro.
good.
I didn't want to
Too
accept it.
good.
He's
I
nasty.
hate this motherfucker, bro, but he's so good.
Oh, he's good.
Yo, he's mad good, bro.
He's looking like
They're always on prime time too.
You're
Buffalo
looking
now.
like MVP. That's all I'm
and
saying.
they got weapons for
You're
days.
looking like
Yeah, he look
MVP.
good. He look good.
That
Before-
team is fucking good, bro.
Before we proceed, I just want to note one important thing I think y'all are missing though with this Chase Claypool trade is that this officially marks the end of the TikTok era for the Steelers. Because he was the last of those receivers that was on the middle of the field on the Steelers logo hitting the fucking nay
Oh
and shit.
my god! And if that's the case, yep, get
It's
him
the
out of
end
here.
of that era.
Get him
By
outta
getting
here.
traded, it officially
Don't
ends
need none
that.
of that negativity.
Honestly, I'm not a Steelers fan, but it's up for y'all.
But you know what? Steelers is one of those teams that don't pay the receivers.
True.
Yeah, they paid AB. They just paid Deontay Johnson too.
Barely.
What they pay him?
They gave him like a 2-year deal for like $38 million, I think.
Is
believe.
that the big contract?
That's the big contract for them.
That's what you pay
No,
receivers
no,
right there.
38.
No, they paid him early, expecting big, like a big, big games out of him. You know what I mean?
Right.
How much they paying them QBs that can't make a pass? How much are they paying them boys?
I don't know.
Bum ass Kenny Pickens.
Kenny Pickens.
Kenny
Thank
Picks.
God he's on a rookie
He got more
contract.
interceptions and touchdowns.
That's still getting paid too much for him though. That dude is ass.
Hey, what was his statement prior to the podcast, Jaron?
What?
You mentioned something about your boy.
Who? KP?
Yeah.
About him throwing with gloves on?
Yeah.
Was that about it?
He was like, "Why the fuck you?"
Oh
throwing
yeah,
gloves
that's
on?"
the fucking
That is-
weirdest
That
shit,
is
bro.
stupid as hell though, because that doesn't make sense.
Like
The
even
gloves-
when Kurt Warner did it, I was like, bro,
That's like-
why the fuck do you have gloves
It's
on?
probably a better grip.
that's
to throw
the
a
dumbest
pick?
shit ever, bro. That's like
Kenny
putting,
Picks. I don't know.
This dude is ass,
That's like
dog.
putting
He's
stick-
not good.
that's like putting like fucking sticky glue on your hands and then trying to throw a deep pass. Like that's
Exactly.
Just, that's
Like
gonna have no fucking air.
I mean, I
There's
guess
no
it works
loft.
for some people. I get it, but
Oh my god, nah, but
bro, maybe he's not good at passing the ball. Maybe he might need to consider taking the glove off the throwing hand.
Hey,
It is a professional league now. Ball sizes do change. Things do change. Fields change. Conditions change. Maybe lose the glove.
you're right.
Maybe lose the glove.
1 year the NFL is gonna partner with Nerf, and we're gonna have Nerf balls out there, and then he gonna really
Then he
ball out.
got he might ball out with the glove if they got the Nerf
He
ball.
gonna get the
shit.
whistle one.
The grip
Those-
them. He gonna throw that shit far.
That shit gonna have the little whistle.
Sound like the damn muffler.
We good.
Hey, let me ask you guys this though. Out of all the trades that happened, what was one that kind of like, why the fuck did he get traded moment?
I was
I don't
thinking
know.
about
What the fuck?
I don't know.
I don't know. There was every trade that happened. I kind of looked at it like, okay, I can see why that
like,
happened.
I nothing really.
Like a
stuck
lot
to
of
me, honestly.
defensive moves, a lot of like lineman moves.
What about you? Was there something?
So I was actually kind of stuck between two. I was stuck between T.J. Hawkinson going to the Vikings, an in-division rival, for like a third and a fourth, and then the Detroit sent like a fourth with it. So they basically kind of like swap picks in the fourth, but then they got a third.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I feel like you gave up a lot just to move up a little bit in the fourth, but got a third. And then on top of that, again, an in-division rival. Like, if anything, I would have traded his ass to Chicago.
Yeah, but I noticed that. I feel like a lot of times, like, a trades are always within the division.
Sometimes. Especially, like, heated rivals. You know what I mean?
Because they play them twice a year. Like,
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So they know these players.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other one was, I kind of didn't like Roquan going to the Ravens.
Really?
I don't know. I felt like he could have went
Roquan
somewhere
Smith?
else. Yeah, Roquan Smith for the Bears.
I think it's a good fit for the Ravens.
Think
They're
so?
trying to rebuild that identity defensively, and I think he's a big. He could be a big piece of that. He said he wasn't happy in Chicago.
No, of course not. Yeah.
So I mean, the Ravens have a history of always having that strong
defense.
punch you in the mouth defense.
No, of course, yeah.
And I think he's one of them guys that can definitely.
The reason why I didn't
that.
like it though is because so Lamar's got to get paid, and then he's over there looking for another contract too.
Oh yep.
So I'm like, you're gonna have to pay. You're probably gonna have to reset the market with him as the middle linebacker. He's probably gonna reset the market, and then Lamar wants a damn near fully guaranteed
who reset
contract.
the market?
No, I'm saying he's gonna want a resetting the market type contract.
Who Roquan?
Yeah.
You
Good
think
luck
so?
with that.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say.
Well,
what
he's
the
one of
fuck,
the
bro?
one of the best. He's like top 3 best linebackers in the league.
Is he?
Absolutely.
He is. He is, but
But I don't
damn.
think he's gonna get a market changing contract though.
Well, they all do. They all do, bro.
What's the lifespan
On
of a
the Ra-
linebacker?
I know,
With the
right?
Ra-
Yeah.
with the
Wanna commit
Ravens
to
though?
that?
What about Mac? Remember?
You think with the
Khalil Mack?
Ravens?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not committing to that.
You know how much money they're about to have to give to Lamar after this season?
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I don't know why they got him. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, if I'm a premier player on the Ravens, I'm looking elsewhere after this year. I know I'm not getting my money.
Yeah.
Are the Ravens win now? Wait, is his contract up after the season?
I believe so.
I believe so, yeah,
Yeah, so
because he
it's
didn't
the-
sign it.
Hey,
That's
do
a
you
lot
think
of
they'll
money.
win now? Do you think they're gonna win now? Like,
Well, clearly,
They
if you
need
get-
to win now.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah, you
But-
giving up a second round pick for this dude? I mean,
Are they gonna win now? Maybe not.
One of the trades that didn't make sense to me, honestly, just like from the perspective of, I mean, I know they're kind of in the hunt. The division's kind of ass, but the Colts, they traded Naheem Hines
yeah, to the Bills, right?
to the Bills, and
Yes,
I'm like,
sir,
I mean,
getting my man Josh Allen another weapon.
That's a big weapon,
That's
bro.
another that's like a James White situation where like Naheem Hines got hands, so he can catch
Yeah.
like in those them off slot type
I
of
love
running
the
Josh
backs.
Allen
highlights.
in the
Yeah, I
in the
love
screen
highlights,
game.
bro.
Screen
Oh my
pass.
god, bro.
But like Hines is pretty good, and I'm like, Jonathan Taylor's hurt right now. The Colts honestly live and die by their run game. So like they literally have like no weapons at all. So it's literally like Matt Ryan. They're leaving
Well,
that
he's
dude.
not even starting anymore.
Yeah,
They-
yeah,
he
who's
is.
the
Yeah,
quarterback
Sam
now?
Ellinger about
Yeah.
to be playing 1-on-11 out there.
Damn,
bro.
Did they pay or did they trade for?
They traded for
Ryan?
Ryan. I think they gave up a 3rd round pick for him.
Damn, that's crazy.
But that trade didn't make any sense to me because I'm like the Bills are already loaded. So giving them Hines,
That's the rich getting richer,
Yo,
my guy.
didn't they get somebody too?
Who?
The Buffalo, like a.
No, it was him, the running back.
Nah, it
Oh,
was-
the
it was
running back,
dude,
okay.
Yeah. So I mean, that's one of the other, trades that occurred that I was like, why the hell would they even do that? Because it just didn't make sense. Because they're still, I mean, I know they're not in the same division, but they are. They're in the AFC. So it's like at a certain point, if you're expecting to at least be in the playoff hunt, like
Yeah.
Tennessee's winning that division, but it's like if you're gonna be in the wild card, you're never gonna have a shot with none of the weapons that you have. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Try to keep something.
Maybe they're tanking.
Speaking of weapons and tanking, how about Tampa? What the fuck's going on in Tampa?
I still got faith. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I think so.
I
you
don't
ain't
know.
letting up.
I believe in Brady, man.
I think
I believe, and the same thing with Green Bay too. I guess they're one in the same.
Nah, I'm
Nah,
not
they're-
believing in
No,
Green
I don't
Bay.
They're in
believe
the
in
same
Green Bay.
boat. They're
No,
in the
I'm saying,
same boat.
I'm
They're
saying
both-
they're in the same boat, but Green Bay. I don't believe in Green Bay, but I
That's
believe
a
in Tampa.
sinking ship,
At least Brady got fucking receivers, bro. Aaron Rodgers don't have a fucking anybody.
bro. When they
Nah.
signed him to that extension, that was the worst.
They
It
don't
just
got-
went
they don't got
downhill
defense
after
either,
that.
Green Bay.
No
Green Bay,
defense, no receiving core. The running
bad.
backs are all they can kind of rely on, but you can't really rely all on the running game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
Aaron Jones
you
and
gotta
the
do
dude
something.
Dillon. Yeah.
the thing about Tampa too, a lot of their players are injury prone. A lot of them, like they can't stay healthy to save their life.
Who, Julio? I don't even know why they picked his ass
No,
up.
but Godwin's been in and out of the
yeah.
injury report every 2 seconds, and he's one of their. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Best
Chris
receivers.
Godwin.
And one of their O linemen got injured too.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
They lost one of their best O linemen too. What was it? Wirfs. They lost Wirfs.
Oh, Tristan Wirfs?
Yeah, they lost
What happened?
him.
He got injured?
He got no. They He got hurt, I believe, but there was a couple lineman issues that had occurred. One dude retired before the season started.
Oh, and then it was Ali Marpet.
Yeah, Marpet got retired. So like those are dudes that are like key blockers for Brady. Brady needs time in the pocket. So when you see him getting lit up, he's been getting lit up.
Yeah, he's been getting sacked, yeah.
And he old.
So I mean that, and then I wouldn't put all the blame on Brady, but how do y'all feel? You think it's Brady's fault, or do you think?
Nah, it's definitely a team.
No, a little bit.
It's definitely a team. But
a little bit though. The reason why I say a little bit because he's been missing some open passes that
I saw that. Yeah,
if you're like, yo, that's not Tom Brady out there, bro. That might be Kenny Pickett. I don't know, dude. It could be.
His age is showing now. Nah, I definitely like noticed that too. But it could be just, I mean, I don't know how much it...
Outside pressures?
Yeah, no, not the outside pressure, but like the divorce. I don't know how
That's what
much...
I'm saying.
Nah,
Outside pressure.
I just don't think...
I don't know.
Honestly, I just don't think Brady trusts his O-line. That's all it is.
You don't think it's Giselle fucking up his
throughout
mental?
Brady's career, whenever we see him uncomfortable, frantic, seem pressured, it's whenever when he feels people can get to him.
Mm-hmm.
It's always like people might think, oh yeah, that's the same with every quarterback. But with Brady, he's really off of his game.
You know what? You're right.
He's significantly off of his game.
Yeah, think about you could mention the Super Bowl, like the 2 times he lost.
Yeah,
pressure.
He knew that they could get to him, and then look at this season now. He's trying to get the ball out quick. He's not sure where to throw it.
Yeah.
He's missing passes. He's missing reads. Not making the right progressions. And now you look at the Chips Buccaneers. They're gonna lose the division to fucking Jameis and Taysom Hill.
Bro, that's crazy.
Nah, that's Andy Dalton's job now.
Yeah, I know. Facts.
Fuck that guy.
Know what I mean?
Wait, Jameis hasn't played yet, right?
No, he played. He's like 1 and 3.
He's like in and out.
Nah, they got Andy
playing
right
musical
now.
chairs. I think.
Yeah, they got Andy. But shout out the Miami Dolphins though. Fuck them picks, huh? They traded their first round pick and I think a 4th for Bradley Chubb and Chase Edmonds.
Hey man, I mean, I think they got like he's kind of going back to
all in right now.
Yeah, all in. You know, it's just going.
Miami's like, yo, foot on the gas, let's do it.
Fuck it. You know, they actually, and then the division, I mean, the only team you really got to worry about is Buffalo, you know?
I mean, yeah.
Really? I mean, let's be real, man.
Yeah,
Buffalo. Let's be real.
That's true.
Let's be real.
That's true.
I thought the Jets were going to be all right, but like, you can see Zach Wilson is not a franchise.
Zach Wilson, not that guy. He's not that guy. I'm sorry.
He's not it.
He's over here looking like Bortles, too.
Nah, he's looking like fucking...
Baby Bortles, though.
Looks like Justin Fields.
Nah, he's like, what was it, Sam Darnold? I see ghosts.
Honestly, I don't feel the same way about Tampa that I feel about Green Bay. Y'all was giving Green Bay a lot of excuses, but Green Bay got some young talent.
What? I'm gonna say this: you were right, Will. You were right.
Yeah,
he was right. He was talking so much shit about Green Bay. He was right,
bro. They're not doing shit this year.
2 things.
It's over with.
Aaron Rodgers is only good off that forest heroin, and he had receivers that were. Everybody's like, oh, Aaron Rodgers is the best. He's better than Brady, blah, blah, blah. There's not one year that Aaron Rodgers hasn't had at least one Pro Bowl level receiver that's carried a lot of the weight of him looking good. Mm-hmm. Now that you see him with all these young players that can't really make a play when they need to make a play, like they got Dobbs, who they got Lazard. They got dudes that like
Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, Sammy
injured.
Watkins. Dudes that can't really make a play when you need to make a play. Aaron Rodgers lives and dies off of the receiver doing all the work.
Bro,
for him.
I said this when they signed him to the extension. He's never going to be able to prove that he's worth that extension.
He's not.
Never.
They have no intention of surrounding him with pieces to make sure that organization is successful in his final years.
No.
And I don't know. He seemed to be fine with that because he signed the contract. He knew what it was. I mean, he's the franchise QB. It's not like he doesn't know what's going on. So, I mean,
man, that's a strong
he kind of made his own bed.
Yeah, that's a strong statement.
And I say that because it's different for Rodgers versus Brady. Because Brady still shows some fire when he loses. Like, he's pissed off about it. Like, he's like, I don't like this shit happening.
Snapping tablets.
He's mad. He's
You get
mad
fined
about
for that
shit.
now. You get fined for that now. Yeah, they say he can't be doing that shit no more.
Rodgers, they be showing his highlights and him on the sideline and shit. He'd be real stoic. He'd be like looking like he's ordering some shit off Uber Eats.
He don't give a fuck.
He'd be looking like, yo, who am I link with after this? You know, what am I do after this? He looked real stoic. He looks like he's already checked out for the season. And it's honestly, it's not. I don't put him in the same category as Brady because I feel like Brady wants to salvage what's going on.
All right,
in
you know,
Tampa.
since we're comparing the two, I have a question. So Brady and Rodgers, right? Brady is very animated. He's very passionate about losing and winning. He's all in. Football is his life. You got Aaron Rodgers, who you could say has the skill. I don't want to say equivalent skill level as Brady. You know, people.
No, you can argue.
Yeah, like people name him as a top, but the way he goes about it is like it's almost like he's like, I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
Would you rather have a quarterback that's passionate or somebody that doesn't care for losses? It's just on to the next one.
I need that Brady.
I feel you. I need that Brady.
I like that kind of leader.
For the amount of money Aaron Rodgers is getting paid, leadership has to be a part of the package. You know what I mean?
Especially at the quarterback position.
You can't just be, I'm a star. I put up numbers and yada yada yada. You need a leader out there.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers isn't a leader.
No.
At least in that locker room. There's some teams that'll be like, yeah, Aaron Rodgers does this and all this stuff. But he showed that, like, you can't really say anything to him. He doesn't take criticism well.
Nope.
You know what I mean? And then another thing is, like, a lot of the players kind of say, like, hey, like, certain situations, like, this guy isn't here, like, fully. You know what I mean? Like, there's players that are trying to make a name and shit like that. But it's like, Rodgers really doesn't have any incentive to give a fuck.
So is Rodgers over the edge? Like, is he done?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
He's been no. I mean, people might say, nah, he's got a little bit left in the tank. If they gave him pieces, he could probably do something. I don't think even if they gave him pieces, he's doing anything. I think
I disagree.
He can give you some good years, yeah, but he's not winning you a Super Bowl.
I think with the right pieces, I think you could. I think Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, like in a perfect situation, yeah.
You know what Green Bay fucked up in the draft, right? They fucked up in the draft because the first two picks, the first two selections, they drafted defense. Yeah, the defense ain't all that, but when you lose fucking Gervonta Adams, bro, you need to
you're right
up on that fucking.
You need to shore up that receiving core,
or maybe they kind of just bet on Aaron Rodgers to do shit without receivers,
which was stupid because look at what you got now.
I know.
Yeah, true. I mean that's fair point, but
another reason why he's not as good as Brady because Brady makes bums look nasty.
I was gonna say that if it compared
Wes Welker, Julian Edelman, Deion Branch.
Nah, I'm not calling Julian
Troy Brown.
Julian Edelman is a future Hall of Famer. Bet on that.
No, he's not.
That's
Yeah,
a
he
Patriots fan right there. That's
Nah,
a Patriots take.
hardcore.
The Patriots Hall of Fame, yeah.
I love Julian Edelman. That's
Julian
one of my
Edelman.
favorite players, though.
We could pull up the numbers. We could.
He's not
And
going
we're
to the
not
Hall of
doing
Fame.
that. So, how you guys feel about the Eagles being the top team in the NFL right now?
I want to just list off the teams that they've beaten.
Wait, wait a second. I want to say something.
Oh,
He's a Cowboys fan.
I want to just list off the teams that they've beaten.
bro.
All right, they started off the season beating the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
Trash.
Kirk Cousins,
But
prime time.
Wait.
Actually,
Minnesota's
no,
good,
Minnesota's good this year.
Minnesota's
good, bro.
nice.
So that
Minnesota's fucking good, bro.
Minnesota's
Kirk
nice,
Cousins,
bro.
what's Kirk Cousins' record on
Now
prime
I'm talking about
time?
Minnesota.
He's like 500 though.
It's Minnesota, the team.
All right.
Minnesota's
They
team is
beat
nice.
one good team. They beat
Okay.
one good team.
Okay.
All right, the Commanders,
Trash.
Okay.
They're 4-4.
Jacksonville,
Trash.
Okay.
Cardinals.
That's
Cheeks.
okay.
They're cheeks.
Before Call of
Jeez.
Duty, they're all right. Before Kyler plays Call of Duty, he's all right. He's all right.
Okay. Didn't they beat Dallas?
They beat Dallas.
That's a good win.
Good team.
With Cooper Rush.
But he was balling
And
before
solid,
that.
though.
the
He was
defense is
Nah, don't do that.
before
Don't
that.
do
He was
that.
balling before
Keep
that.
Don't
doing
disrespect your
Don't
boy.
do that.
Now, he was
Wait.
Yo, remember he was doing bad
He was
good?
like, yo, get rid of that. Get him out of
It was
here.
Philly that exposed Rush, bro.
Yeah.
Wait.
Philly that
He
exposed
wasn't
him.
balling.
Okay, yeah, that's all right. He wasn't all right.
He was serviceable.
Yeah, that's
He
the
was
word.
managing the game.
Alex Smith.
Don't use
He
that
was
serviceable.
doing his job.
Serviceable. We're going back to the
Motherfuckers
serviceable.
trying to make it look like he was like a starting quarterback. Nah, it wasn't that. He was doing his job. He was doing what he had to do.
But didn't he get benched after that?
And then he got benched after he got exposed for what he was, a backup quarterback.
I don't know.
All right, what else?
And
Who
then-
who else they beat?
Who else they beat? Pittsburgh.
Trash.
Nah, they're decent.
Nah,
Bro, how many picks did Kenny throw?
Pittsburgh's trash.
Pittsburgh is garbage.
They're 2-6.
Kenny
They're 2-6.
picks gave him a
AFC
game.
North is a horrible division.
And lastly, Houston.
Trash.
Trash.
Yeah, that's a trash.
But in the first half, it
So
was a good
they
game.
beat 2 legit teams.
You got to think about it like this. They don't pick who they play. You know what I'm saying? It's not like college football.
No,
You can
no,
kinda
I get that.
Wait a
They don't
second.
pick who they play.
Wait, I'm gonna say this one thing. I saw the stat that they actually have a stronger schedule so far than Buffalo.
I could see how that would.
So I think based on the numbers, because I don't know where the fuck I saw it, but basically like they were breaking down everybody's schedule, and the Eagles are in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, I saw a video like that too. Like their strength of schedule is probably like 12th or 13th.
Yeah, it's in the
Like
middle of the pack.
they're not too far
Okay,
off.
but nobody expected the Eagles to even be fucking.
It's just
undefeated.
like you also have to factor in. I think strength of schedule is a preseason thing. Like they rank it based on how you finished the season last year.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't factor in how these motherfuckers play this year.
Oh, I know.
And so far this year, they've only beaten 2 legit teams
Yeah, they
out of the 8.
They have only beaten 2 teams that are over 500.
But they are overachieving though.
But they're over. They're like
Nah, they're
No,
over.
they're 100%.
Let me.
I wouldn't.
Nah, come on.
overachieving.
You
Bro, they're
gotta
absolutely.
give them credit. So you gotta give them some credit
They're
because
undefeated, bro.
Jalen's
Yeah.
balling, bro. Jalen Hurts is
No,
Yeah, I
like
like
Jalen
Jalen. I
Hurts.
fuck with
Jalen
Jalen
Hurts
Hurts.
is balling.
I fuck with Oklahoma boy. I'm fucking
That
with
defense,
He's
all the
securing a contract,
balling,
for
bro.
sure.
He getting a bag
Yeah.
as he
Is
should.
that his second season?
This is
might be
his
his
third. This is third. His first year. I don't think he played.
And he was a second round pick, so his contract's gonna be coming up next year, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he getting that bag for sure.
Because I was gonna lead us.
He deserves it.
I was gonna lead us some questions because I was gonna say, I know we was gonna touch on the Eagles and their record, how they 8-0, but they ain't really played nobody. They played a bunch of garbage cans, and then 2
Exactly.
pretty good
They
teams.
got a pretty boxing record.
But
Oh shit!
A pretty boxing
You got the
record.
Shots?
Gervonta Davis record.
Exactly.
that's not a good comparison.
Legit wins and the rest trash cans.
Oh my god, they're gonna light us
Yo,
up.
I love
bro.
that. Yo, that's a
They're
TikTok
gonna
clip.
light us up. But basically, the thing about Jalen, the way he's playing, do you think he's trying to prove a point that I'm one of the top 5 best in the league?
No, he's not proving a point. He's playing like that because he is one of the best in the league.
He's top 5.
Period.
He's him.
Not top 5, but
I
he's
wouldn't
going
say
there.
he's him, but
He's
Nah,
going there.
All right, so
He's him, bro.
I was
He's
basically
good.
gonna say,
they have a
is
good
he elite?
receiving core too.
Is Jalen Hurts elite?
Not yet.
I'm ready-
But
I don't know.
'cause
His
he's still-
trajectory right
he's
now-
still a baby. He's still a baby.
right,
He's still a baby.
I think the way he's playing, his trajectory is gonna be crazy. He
Yeah.
might be,
Also, too,
How long did it take for Josh Allen to be called elite?
like
I
3
wouldn't.
years.
Wait,
3
is he
years.
elite yet? I wouldn't call him
You
elite
don't think
yet.
Josh Allen?
Josh Allen's
Elite?
a monster.
Nah,
Yes.
he's
Bro, that's what you
Elite
see where the
Patrick
conversation comes
Mahomes,
up because
Josh
they're saying Josh
Allen.
Allen is elite.
I
They
think
think
he's
he's
elite.
elite.
I think he's
but
elite.
Jalen Hurts isn't.
No.
I think he's like B tier.
Yeah, he's right there. He's not.
He's
there
on the
yet.
cusp. He's on the cusp.
Just this season, Jalen Hurts' numbers are nuts.
Bro,
Like,
the season's not over yet, bro.
but
Remember?
in 8 games, he's only had like 3
Again, you
games.
played
8 games.
six
That's half the
shit
season.
teams.
That's half the
That's
season.
half the season.
Bro, Geno Smith is balling
half
right
the
now,
season.
bro.
But that's
Is-
the thing.
is Geno Smith
Smith's
elite?
been in the league way longer, and he hasn't really shown up until
No,
this
That's
point.
true. Exactly.
Jalen
And
Hurts,
that's
every
the
single
that's
season
the
he's
Yo, I disagree
qualifier.
with that.
That's the
because if you
qualifier.
really think about it, they haven't gave Geno Smith chances.
No, they haven't.
You know what I mean?
This is his first real chance in like almost 8 years.
They haven't given him chances. I mean, I'm not defending Geno Smith. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that like it's a little early.
And even then, Geno Smith's numbers aren't equating to what Jalen Hurts' numbers are. Like he's putting up what
Doing good.
You know
he's
what?
putting up the numbers that Aaron Rodgers should be putting up.
Yo, Geno Smith
You
is
know
putting
what
up
I'm
better
saying?
numbers than your boy Wilson.
Yeah, but we're deflecting right now. We
I'm
know
not
what
deflecting, bro.
Wilson's trash, bro. Wilson goes home to Sierra and he's content with making the money and sucking at football. I get it. He's trash. But Jalen Hurts, I'm putting him in the top 5 right now. Right now.
In the season, yeah, I'll give him that. But you mean
So
overall?
far this year,
You got Allen, Mahomes, Lamar, maybe.
Lamar
Hurts.
definitely
You got Hurts.
hurts.
Hurts is balling this year. I'm not gonna lie. Hurts is balling. Who else? Geno Smith.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yo, Geno Smith is playing.
You could
so
arguably
good.
put him
got
up there.
to.
bro.
Yo, he's playing so fucking.
Yeah.
good,
Got
bro.
to.
You could put arguably like, depending on who's asking the question or who's answering it. I don't know. I mean, I know
Tua?
I know people had
You're
high
not throwing Tua in there.
Tua,
No,
I would
no,
put.
yeah.
I would probably
You're
put
not
over
throwing Tua in
that
there?
option.
No,
Or even
Is Tua still playing? Is he?
Yeah, he's playing, bro. He's balling, bro.
barely.
He's probably not conscious, bro.
Not at all.
What are you talking about, bro? What? Him and
They got a
Tyreek?
battery in this dude's
I
back.
know.
Oh, fuck.
basically just on the season note. On the season note, I mean, Jalen Hurts has thrown 12 touchdowns in 8 games, and he only has 2 interceptions, and he has an overall passer rating through 8 games of 107.8.
Woo!
Which is nasty.
Nah, they
That's
balling.
nasty.
But bro, is
And he
middle of the
has
season, bro.
2,000 yards.
It's not bad.
But like when I think about elite quarterback, Mahomes when he won MVP when the first season
Mahomes
started.
is elite.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
Mahomes is
saying.
elite, but this is elite numbers, bro. This isn't.
I don't
like
know if
trash.
is it 12
This-
touchdowns after 8 games? Is that elite?
What do you mean? With 107.8 passer rating?
Look, I'll end the elite thing with this. It sucks as a qualifier, but if you as a quarterback can lead your team to a Super Bowl and lead them to victory in the Super Bowl, as Tom Brady has done, as Pat Mahomes has done,
As
as
Trent Dilfer.
Peyton Manning has done, Trent Dilfer didn't lead that team
I
to
was
the
gonna
Super
say,
Bowl.
I was gonna say.
Oh boy!
I'm
Man.
fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
Joe Flacco.
So I think, like, if elite is right here, Josh Allen is
You
Yeah,
really
he's on
don't.
the cusp.
Wait.
like when he wins that Super Bowl. Listen to what I said. When he leads the team to the Super Bowl and leads them to victory in same Super Bowl,
Oh, you know what? I feel you.
he will be more than elite. He'll be like him. No, Pat Mahomes is Josh Allen's
I'm
world.
gonna break it down. Josh Allen is what Aaron Rodgers was a few years ago.
Oh, before he won the chip.
Oh, don't strap him with that comparison.
Yeah, that's a terrible
Don't strap
comparison.
him with that.
How that's a great
He's gonna
comparison.
when it's said and done, he's gonna be better than Aaron.
No, I'm saying right now, like how he's like he has a great receiving core. He has a good team.
Oh, you talking about before Aaron got on the Forest heroin?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like prior, he had a great.
Got you.
Is Josh Allen Aaron Rodgers?
You know what might help Aaron Rodgers? If he got Odell.
Ooh.
No, I think Odell wouldn't even help him at all.
No, somebody who can at least catch the ball,
At least, at
who
least,
can run the route and catch it.
No.
I think so.
At least that.
Actually, you know what? I like that. I actually do like that a lot.
I don't see Odell working out pretty good in Green Bay when it's fucking.
I don't know. In a West Coast offense, I feel like Odell might be
Bunch of slants, bang,
yeah,
bang, bang, bang.
Nah,
a bunch of quick reads. You know, you can get to the spot quick. Boom, get down. Odell, you know, he later in his career, he don't. I wouldn't advise he go for the yards after catch. You know, but
what? I like
hit
that.
those
I like that
10-yard
for Odell.
routes, something quick.
You know what?
Speaking of him, where do you think he's going? Do you really think Green Bay got a chance
I think
again?
Bay could be
that'd
good.
Be great. That'd be
They
great.
got Dobbs. He can Lazard can play off of him. Hopefully, if Sammy Watkins could get healthy, I'm not sure what his deal is. He could be the deep threat because he
Right.
still got burners.
Yeah.
They're saying his top landing spots so far for teams that are showing interest, like
Odell?
already from the jump, are the Bucks,
I like that.
Oh,
I
no.
like that too.
the Bills,
Yeah,
And
the
Rams.
Bills,
The
I'm
Rams.
never watching football again.
his former
Fuck
team.
that.
His
I'm
former
getting his
team,
jersey,
Rams.
bro, ASAP.
So what it is
or I'm just saying because it's L.A. Chargers. My boy Justin
Yo,
Herbert.
this dude
My boy
yo,
Justin Herbert need
yo.
a weapon, and I think they should go get him a
underachieving.
weapon.
Underachieving.
That's what I'm
man.
saying.
Yo, fuck the Chargers, bro.
Oh, my
And fuck the Raiders too, bro.
Come on, and Justin Herbert need another weapon out
I
there.
wanna point
That's
out
all
that-
I'm saying.
for all the young QBs that have gotten us premier, target at receiver. All of those dudes have been balling. Only one that ain't done shit with the help is Derek Bum-ass Carr.
Facts.
He ain't done nothing.
That is, yo, what have you been saying? And actually,
8 games in, I thought that was going to be a lot better than it was because they finally got Derek Carr a receiver, and I think it's over with. We
Yo.
know he's trash.
and I actually said this. I think this might have been like our 3rd episode. I said, Derek Carr is not elite. He's not gonna do nothing in that.
Oh yeah, we
division.
did say that. We did talk about him on the pod before.
Yeah, we said this
yeah,
shit.
he ain't.
And-
He's not the guy.
And it's funny because I think you made a clip of it, and we got like mad dislikes, and there was a few comments like, "Oh, you guys don't know what we're talking about." I know what I'm talking about. Derek Carr is not him.
Yeah, he's not
Derek
it.
Carr, yo, And I heard there's a little speculation they're trying to tank because Josh McDaniels doesn't want Derek Carr as quarterback.
That you can't be, bro.
That could be it. I mean,
I just signed him to a contract. You can't do that.
Yeah, I don't think Derek Carr is Josh McDaniels' ideal quarterback.
You know, so if you really think about it,
I don't
they
think
tank
so.
it and get a quarterback.
You can't.
Josh
That
McDaniels,
physical receiver, now that fits. That McDaniels could work with that, you know, and he could run every route practically in the route tree. He could work with that. Derek Carr, though, trash.
Josh
Not
McDaniels
a good quarterback.
likes go-getters, i.e. Tim Tebow and that boy Tom Brady. What did they do?
Boy.
They got it done. Tebow didn't make no excuses when they didn't give him shit but a tight end to throw to and his legs to run.
Demarius Thomas, though, RIP.
Yeah, DT.
Yeah, shout out DT.
But
But
rest in
you know
peace.
what? They could have actually built something off of that team with Tebow. But you
could've.
know what they did? They
Got
brought in Peyton
Manning.
Manning
I
and
mean,
kicked
they-
Tebow
they
out.
brought him
That
in
shit
for
was
it.
crazy.
They did win a chip.
They did.
They did win a
It
chip.
It worked out for him, though. Yeah,
It
you
worked
can't.
out.
It
It
worked
don't
out.
get
It
wrong
worked
though.
out.
Von Miller did a lot of that work.
No, that was the second
That defense was
one.
crazy.
Wait, didn't Payne win 2 with Broncos?
No, they went
He
to
won one.
2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, but he only won
They got-
one.
Oh,
They got
got-
smacked by the
But
Seahawks.
yes,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, they did.
And then
Other
they
one-
violated the Panthers.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they
That was
got their
MVP
get back for
cameo,
sure.
right? That was
Yeah,
that was.
Yeah, Cam won MVP.
I mean, yeah, so I guess. But I mean, I guess that there's something. But actually, no, I agree with you. Tebow is one of those people.
He was ahead of his time.
Is he ahead of his time?
I think so because the style
I
now.
think if he came into the league now with how like
could do more with him?
a lot of the rules are kind of catered to offensive players and everything. A lot of the playbooks are expanding to where someone with his skill set at quarterback would have been a little bit successful. I mean, I watched Justin
Let's be
Fields.
real. I was gonna say, you took. The
I
words
watched
out of my
him
mouth.
dismantle the Patriots throwing the football sidearm, which is Tebow's whole game.
Yeah.
He took my man gimmick, bro.
You know what I'm gonna say?
Come on.
The NFL's fucking racist.
Oh,
Where does this guy come from?
They got my boy Tebow out of the league after 2 seasons. They got Justin Fields running the ball like an idiot.
Nah, we do need more black coaches though in the NFL.
crazy.
Y'all need to get on that because y'all be fucking around. Brian Flores deserves to be a head coach. He shouldn't be on the Steelers as an assistant. He needs to be a fucking head coach. It's that bullshit. That's why I don't really want to say Miami's that good because they're capitalizing off Brian Flores' team with that fucking guy looking like the
disagree.
Dahmer.
I disagree.
The Dahmer duplicate.
I
over there.
disagree.
That's Flores' team.
I disagree.
Whose team is that? Who built that team?
Magic Mike.
Magic
This was retarded. What the fuck?
Give him that credit. I guess Tony Dungy didn't build that fucking Colts team when dude took over.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, Buccaneers, you mean?
No.
No, when they won?
No, Tony Dungy won. They won with Tony
No,
Dungy.
no, I'm talking about when he left.
Oh, the Tampa. Yeah, when
Oh
John Gruden won.
yeah.
And when-
Gruden.
yeah,
Now
Gruden.
that one, that was not John.
Yeah,
Gruden's
that was
team.
not John Gruden.
That was literally Tony Dungy's team.
Get back on topic because we digressed a little bit. I wanted to kind of point one main thing though. By Odell getting on a new team, you know there's going to be a little bit of a tag on him as far as him being injury prone. Because this is his second time tearing his ACL. He's had multiple injuries throughout the years, ribs,
I mean,
things like that.
I'm.
So my thought is, do you think Odell is still that big of a factor in an offense?
I mean, a little bit, maybe.
In the right offense, he could be a big factor.
Like, honestly, I wouldn't bet on him being receiver number 1, but like,
No, he's
He'd be a good number 2.
and make
actually-
a couple big plays, a
Right.
two, you know?
Ooh, you know where he could go? Make a splash.
Dallas, motherfucker.
Go to Washington.
What?
Go to
I
Washington.
like the way you think.
Why?
They got a young offense, a really young offense.
Uh-huh.
They got a really young receiving core.
Yup.
Scary Terry, receiver number 1, a dog. If they get a solid number 2, they got Heineke at quarterback. He just need a little confidence. Oh, you got
Heineken?
Scary Terry and Odell catching passes for you.
And that
I think you gonna be all right.
Yeah, I'm with you on L take.
You're
L take.
forgetting.
Why is it an L take? Why is it an L take?
Why is it an L take?
Because you're forgetting one other piece that's on that team. They got Curtis Samuel playing in the slot. He's a nasty
Another
player
young-
too, a
Yeah, he's
playmaker. Heineke's
But
young.
is Odell gonna make a difference?
That's a
in
veteran
on that team.
That's a
Bro,
veteran.
Odell's not gonna go to the Commanders, bro. They're not in playoff contention, even though it's still a little early.
Right.
And our division's a little. I mean,
Odell's gonna go to a team that's playoff Super Bowl contender.
he's gonna go to the obviously.
Okay. Looking at that aspect, all right.
Wait. We're saying that Odell's chasing the ring still.
Yes,
But
He got one.
if he goes to a Super Bowl contending team, they're not going to necessarily need him in the receiver.
You know what I'm
core.
saying?
yeah,
he's
but
just
he
going to be a
play.
body.
Yo, if he's in Buffalo, he could
He's
make
probably
one
gonna-
big play in the
If he in
playoffs.
Buffalo, he's going to be like
The third
fourth on
receiver.
the.
Yeah, he's not
third,
even
fourth
gonna. He's
receiver.
barely gonna
But
ever see
you
the
He's not
ball.
going to see the field.
But Odell could make one big play in the playoffs.
And that's all you need.
You don't think so? Like Odell's not gonna be Odell in his prime. He's gonna be that player.
I think in reality he should go to Tampa, and the reason why you got Mike
he should go to
Evans.
New Orleans.
No, fuck New Orleans. You should go to Tampa, and the reason why, look how AB worked out in Tampa as the third receiver. You had Mike Evans over there. You had Chris Godwin and AB. I mean, if they
But Godwin can't even stay healthy, bro.
Facts.
true,
And AB ended up throwing a fucking temper tantrum.
Because
So
fucking
hey,
because
don't talk
Bruce
about AB.
Arians is a dickhead.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
like, what the fuck?
If he goes to Tampa, honestly, it's because his boy Brady's there and he just wants to have fun in Florida. That's all he would do it for.
he's gonna go to Miami.
I want
and
to party in
start
Miami.
fucking bitches at.
Be on yachts still.
Yeah.
Snort coke.
Right, running back
And
to
then I wanna hang out
underthrown
with
passes
Brady.
from Tua and shit.
He's
Yeah.
not, if he goes to Tampa,
If
it's
there's
only because he
anybody
wants to
could-
party before he retires.
If there's anybody that could catch a underthrown pass, is Odell. You know.
Oh, of course.
Shout out Eli.
Playing with Eli, Danny Nichols.
I am glad though that we did bring up
Danny
the Commanders
Nichols.
because the Commanders are looking at some new ownership offers.
I heard that shit.
Bezos, big
But why?
bag Bezos.
Wait, why?
Dan Snyder said he's looking at selling the team
It
because
wasn't-
they've been trying to get him to sell the team for years now.
Yeah, but why?
And they
Why
finally-
does Bezos want to buy it?
It wasn't just
because he
Bezos.
just wanna.
Just to flex?
He's a fucking
Yo,
billionaire,
you know what?
dude.
That's fucked up, bro.
He's got money to do it.
Big bank take little bank. That's
Yes.
why.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I feel like once you get to that certain level of like money, like I want to just flex all these motherfuckers.
It kind of makes sense though, because you already know Thursday night football.
Oh,
they got the
oh
deal
my
with
God.
Amazon.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's right.
Him having a team,
And the
in
Commanders always
Prime
play on
Stadium,
Thursday night for some reason.
Amazon
'cause
Prime
they're shit.
Stadium or some shit. It makes sense. So he buys the Commanders. Obviously, the Commanders, that's a small market. I mean, they're not gonna have like that crazy, like, you know, huge fan base, like where you gotta kind of manage certain expectations with the fan base. Like it's not like a Dallas or a Philly, you know, where like people have you kind of under a microscope constantly.
Right,
Here,
right.
But
But that's
that's the
still-
Commanders. He could do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, because their fans don't give a fuck.
They don't give a shit.
Well,
All 10 of them.
Nah, I feel like Washington fans. I feel like Washington fans are pretty diehard.
yeah.
To be I would think you'd have to be.
I know, right? They had like, who was the best quarterback at one point? Jason Campbell.
Hey,
He was
serviceable.
RG3 in
like,
his first 2 years before he snapped his knee.
Yeah, I was
Right.
gonna say RG3.
Yeah, he was
Yeah, Donovan McNabb was
destined to
playing.
fail.
Oh yeah, when he got traded, yeah.
Chunky McNabb.
I just
Oh,
think
my
they
God.
need new. They need new opinions in their head office, bro. Because
Once again, a common theme we're seeing at the top. Their structure from the top.
Yeah, everything starts from
Dan
the top.
Snyder is a dickhead,
And you know what?
bro.
You know what? Now that you mention that shit, Jeff Bezos is cutthroat. He's a businessman. That motherfucker.
Exactly.
Get
He'll
these
do
motherfuckers
it.
in line.
He'll do what has to be done to make the team successful. He'll run it as an organization.
Facts. You know what? I like that. Jeff Bezos buy the Commanders right now and
It's
then
not
win the
just
chip.
it's not
with-
just him. It's I guess he's trying to get a partnership with Jay-Z, him and Jay-Z to get the team.
Oh fuck Jay Z.
The Nets have been shit
Come
ever
on.
since Jay-Z came
Yo,
into
get
the
out of here.
picture.
Jeff Bezos run this
Man,
organization.
yeah. Even
that
before.
that stadium, I'm telling you, he'll put a little bit of
Yo,
in
that
there.
stadium's gonna be crazy. Though.
Crazy.
Their field, they're gonna have a whole new field, all kind of technology. You're gonna be able to see the fucking footprints when they
Bro,
make.
they're
them.
not even gonna have.
They're just gonna light up with LED lights.
Yo,
or
Jeff
some
Bezos
shit.
had the first NFL game in the metaverse.
Bro, won't even need
Yo.
players no more.
They're not even gonna have maintenance people. They're just gonna have Roombas on demand, just constantly rolling around that bitch getting stepped on.
Get Amazon Prime. Watch Jeff Bezos and the Commanders.
You know what he looked like? He looked like a sardine, bro.
Him and Adam Silver look like related.
Oh,
Nah,
yeah.
they got those pointy ass bald heads.
That's what it
Like
is.
the motherfuckers in cone heads. You remember
Cone-
that movie?
Remember Coheed? They're like, I'm from Brockton,
Yeah,
Massachusetts.
yeah,
Yeah, because they had.
Nah, he looked like the fish from SpongeBob. My way.
Yeah, my Irving.
Jeff Bezos, dumbass.
Nah, I hope he does buy the Commanders. It'll be good for them. Something to shake up the franchise.
Yeah.
Maybe give the fans some hope. Maybe give some free agents some hope. You know.
You saw them. You saw the practice footage when they were showing their fan like interaction with their practices. You know, the preseason. You know, just beginning of the season, spring training, and they showed their sidelines where their fan like stands were. Dead ass. They might have had 10 fans max. Like you could have, bro. They could have walked on the field.
It's gonna be good for them.
But
I think
they
need it.
Just wrap this all up. Like a lot of times, the fans they don't really look at this shit as a business.
Nope.
And you
well,
really,
no, because they're the consumer.
Yeah, right. And you got to treat this shit like a business. You need the big names. You know, Jeff Bezos is gonna put ass on the seats. You know.
Yeah.
But I just want to ask you guys watch the Jake Paul fight? Just to segue to a new topic.
I did not.
No, I didn't watch that shit.
I watched it on TikTok. You guys, if you go on TikTok and click the live, especially when like a big fight's on, you could watch it, but it's someone like recording it.
Oh yeah, illegally.
It was pretty entertaining. It was really entertaining.
I watched a little bit of it.
Yeah. Nah. Well, how do you guys feel about just in general, just Jake Paul, just blowing up?
I don't mind it, man. I mean,
I like it.
At first I had an issue with it, but I had an issue with it because it felt like he was kind of exploiting boxing, kind of like as this fun thing, kind of like I'm just gonna fight people I know I'm better than, get a quick payday. But now I mean, I wouldn't buy one of his fights to watch it, but he seemed like he really putting in the effort to do this boxing thing. And
he has the resources. The money.
Yeah, exactly. To kind of go as far as he's gone. I'd like him to fight a bit more established boxers. Not really, because I feel like he's just fighting like older fighters, not necessarily boxers.
I'm gonna disagree with that in the sense I would like him to fight a boxer to show his skill level, but it's going back to what we said. It's a business. Boxers don't got big names. The big names are active right now. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So it's like, who are the big names that can use a payday? Is ex-UFC fighters, Yeah. So it's kind of like, what do you
and that's kind of, I guess, the problem I'd have with it is just like, how far is he really gonna go with this?
Yeah.
I'm
not
You're
sure.
eventually gonna run into a Canelo.
Yeah.
Or
let me ask you this though.
Gervonta. Hopefully not.
I think Gervonta's too small.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This guy.
Bro, what? Jake Paul's like 200 pounds.
Gervonta Davis will knock Jake Paul the fuck out.
No, he wouldn't, bro.
Yes, he would. He's an actual boxer. Jake Paul fights dudes that are...
Dude, he's mad. Like, he's way bigger than him.
He fought taxi cab drivers that are retired. He didn't fight anybody. Why are you saying that he would fight a real boxer?
You said Floyd Mayweather
he could fight a strawweight.
You said Floyd Mayweather was going to knock out Logan Paul, but the size, it makes a difference, bro.
Bro.
He's way bigger than him.
He looked pretty good against Roman Reigns.
We saw retired Floyd Mayweather fight his brother. And did his brother knock him out?
Who? What? Wait, say it again.
Logan Paul when he fought Floyd.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He's not gonna get knocked out. He may lose the fight, but he's not gonna get knocked out by Gervonta Davis. He would not get knocked out.
Only one way to find out, honestly.
Even if we're saying that he wouldn't get knocked out, he'd still get his ass beat. I don't think it would be any skill.
This is why they should. This is why they should book the fight.
It's not a maybe, bro.
You know who I want to see him fight? I want to see him fight Nate Diaz.
Why?
I don't know. Nate,
apparently their camps got into it. I guess
I heard about that, but I just want to know why would somebody want to watch that? Like,
that would be a good. I mean,
Nate said I don't know.
I don't want to watch that shit.
Oh fuck you up, pussy.
let me put it like this: from Jake Paul's fights, there's a lot of shit that just lacks credibility. A lot of fighters have said that there's weird contractual obligations and
stipulations, right?
Stipulations in their contract. And then this last fight, I watched it. He dropped Silva in the 8th round, and then everybody's saying, like, looking at the footage, it looked like he fucking took a dive.
No, he didn't. If you look at a different angle, like at one angle, it looks like he didn't hit him, but if you look at a different angle, it clearly.
What are you, his PR agent?
Bro, I saw it. They showed the replay like a million times,
He's
bro.
being objective.
I'm not saying that. That's what I believe. I'm just saying a lot of fans are saying that, and I'm just saying. They showed the contracts.
These motherfuckers are haters, bro.
They leaked the contracts.
Exactly.
They leaked the contracts with your boy Woodley, and there was a stipulation in there saying that Woodley couldn't knock him down.
Nah, No, show me it. You can't be saying shit. You gotta show me evidence.
People just trying to tarnish the name of the problem child. That's all it is.
And then what really is like the bigger issue is like, bro, I'm not really saying that, Jake Paul is probably a good boxer. Fight real boxers that are hungry.
No, hold on.
You could fight an amateur boxer that's hungry to prove himself, and you could really get some credibility in the sport. Fighting retired.
What if you get knocked out?
Then he loses. That's the point.
I'm gonna say this one thing.
Then he loses all that.
That's why I said it, because I have the same thought
and all that credibility that he thinks he has.
Can I say one thing, bro?
Say something.
You gotta understand.
It's a money grab.
No, it's not necessarily a money grab. At the end of the day, this is entertainment, bro.
No, it's a sport.
It's WWE, bro. At the end of the day,
WWE, bro. Everything is WWE.
Scripted, stage, all that shit.
No.
This is a TikTok clip right here because they about to kill this
bro,
shit.
I don't think it's scripted, but you gotta understand. You gotta put ass in the seats. Are you gonna fight a real boxer?
That's a terrible take.
But no one gives a fuck.
But you want me to
Anderson
explain
Silva thing only sold 200,000. That's a big name.
Imagine
a no-name boxer.
Want me to explain why you just shot yourself in the foot?
Why?
Because they released the numbers on how much they sold for the pay-per-view. 300,000 pay-per-views. That's fucking garbage.
Exactly. So if you're gonna
that
fight
means
like
that
a real
nobody
boxer
watched this shit
with no name.
No, but that means no. You're not getting what this means. Jake Paul in that fight that he had with Silva, only selling 200, 300 means he lost all that bullshit. Oh, he might be able to fight a real fighter. He could actually do this and this. People want to see him actually fight somebody that is a boxer.
No, people want to see him lose.
No, they just
boom.
They don't.
That's
they
it
don't,
right there.
People get tired of the same.
People don't want to see him fight a real boxer. They just want to see him lose.
I think that's the thing.
Well, so they can shut his ass up. Oh yeah, I beat this dude.
Yeah, you finally got knocked out.
Think like this. Say if you know you were running a scam, and there's a time limit on how long you can run the scam. Like say if eventually you can't scam the same people over and over again. They'll figure it out eventually.
Honestly,
I fuck with what Will's saying.
No, hold on.
You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Fuck with it.
Like you buy one shit fight and you're like, bro, this fight was ass.
He's scamming us all, bro.
No, he's not.
He's trying to think that this is legit.
I do not care for Jake Paul as far as a boxer. I don't even really care about boxing, but you cannot discredit what he's doing.
What is he doing?
Why
so
can't
much
you?
work.
He doesn't have any credit
What
to
do you
discredit.
mean? He's putting in so much work. He's training every day. He has all the resources. He's
dedicated
his life to boxing. And yes, how is he not? How is he not?
Hard.
No, I'm not. I don't give a fuck about Jake
Marco,
Paul.
I agree. I agree with where you're coming from. Like as far as him using his resources to the end to get better at a craft that he says he's passionate about, I'm all for that. Right. And then you're going out of your way to set up fights to potentially show people that, hey, I'm really working at this. And for what it's worth, every fight is a harder and harder challenge.
Okay. Marco, can I ask
you? So, I mean, I can't really fault him in that aspect. So, as far as that, I do agree with where Marco's coming from.
Can I ask you a specific question? Because you're the UFC guy. How many years has Anderson Silva been out of the out of the ring period?
Like a year and a half.
How old is Anderson Silva?
But Anderson Silva just beat up Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.,
What the fuck
bro.
does that have to
He just
do
knocked
with
him
that?
out, bro.
Julio Cesar Chavez is old too.
Bro, but
these dudes are like 50.
No, but you didn't hear what I said. But you didn't hear what I said earlier. You got to sell tickets. If you get a no-name boxer,
sell tickets. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It didn't do what it was supposed to do. It didn't sell tickets.
Just
and it was a
imagine if
trash
you had a
fight.
no-name. Imagine if you had a
no-name. It
no-name.
would have done a lot worse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
You're trying to tell him to fight a no-name. I'm trying to say once he even decides to
Who
fight.
Who wants to fight Jake Paul with a name that's his size? Tell me right now.
What do you mean? What do you mean his size in the sport? His size in the sport doesn't mean anything because no legit fighters think he's that good.
If he's not that good, why wouldn't they fight him for a big payday?
Because it's a joke. It's like me actually.
No, that's like, not true.
It's like
what
a celebrity.
Do you mean? Boxers fight trash cans all the time, bro. What are you talking about?
Time. Backbone of the sport.
Why would you choose to fight some dude who's fought a bunch of dudes that didn't even?
Why wouldn't you for a big payday? For a big payday, you wouldn't fight Jake Paul if you knew you could beat the fuck out of him.
What do you think you make a bigger payday for Canelo? Canelo fighting Jake Paul or Canelo fighting? Maybe
Triple G for
Triple
the
G or somebody again. That fight made.
They already fought Triple G.
Yeah, but
you
know how much money they made off that shit though.
No, but Canelo's not gonna fight Jake Paul. I'm talking about a different boxer. There's nobody with a big enough name besides Canelo that his size.
What?
Well, what about the dude that
big enough
punched
name.
to the liver? What was that dude? Garcia? Was it Garcia?
What, Ryan Garcia?
Him? Is he the same size as Jake Paul? No,
bro.
okay.
The way you're putting him on this pedestal of
I'm
name,
not putting him on a pedestal.
You're saying his name. Nobody's gonna live up to this name, this hype. He hasn't proven anything in the boxing sport.
Dude,
nobody pedestalizes his
anything.
reputation. His reputation doesn't put him above anybody.
I'm looking at this shit from like a business and casual standpoint. Like, if you're gonna fight Jake Paul, it gotta be somebody with a name.
With internet clout is what you're saying. Why doesn't he fight Adam 22? Fuck.
I would fucking pay to watch that shit.
That's what you really want.
I'd pay to watch that shit.
Why doesn't he fucking fight?
That's dumb.
Why doesn't he fight Adam 22 and they just fucking stream that shit on
Because
Patreon or OnlyFans? That shit would go crazy. That's if you wanted. Oh, but Jake Paul is, and he hasn't fought any boxers.
Dude, you're a hater, bro.
No, I'm just trying to tell you. This is how people actually watch the sport.
Dude,
Look at him.
Jake Paul is legit.
Yeah, I wouldn't say all that.
No,
Why not?
Dick riding.
How is he not?
Because he hasn't fought anybody that's an actual boxer.
He only has 5 fights, bro.
With no boxers. He fought
They're all
MMA fighters.
UFC
If he wants to fight MMA
fighters.
fighters, go fight in the UFC. Go fight an actual boxer, and then we'll call you a boxer. Do that once.
Bro, you're hating, bro.
That's not, what the fuck?
You're hating
That's
hard,
like me
bro.
wrestling niggas that never ain't
So
never
wait,
been a
so
professional
wait,
wrestler.
Speaking of wrestling, do you consider Logan Paul a wrestler after today's
And
performance?
even then, that still
wait.
has certain things that have to be.
Yeah, I do.
But two things. That's in a controlled environment that has
True.
a predetermined.
Yeah.
Well, he also
wait,
has an amateur wrestling background as well. So also in that aspect, he is a wrestler.
But
We're talking about at the end of the day, this has to be uncontrolled. Nobody knows the outcome. It's you and him in the ring. You're talking about wrestling. That's a terrible comparison.
how is it? How is that?
It's
terrible?
scripted.
It's scripted.
We already know who's gonna win.
but-
He's looking at,
I'm talking about the
but
performance.
he's looking at the performance
It's not-
and the
bro,
business side of it,
This isn't a
and
performance. This
he's
is
making
two
a pretty
men
good point.
testing their metal against each other. One of them could die if you get hit in the head wrong. Like this isn't no.
And you can't die in wrestling, bro?
Yo, I'm gonna get punched in the I'm gonna get punched in the face in the first round. I'm just gonna fall on the ground, and this is how this is supposed to happen.
You tell me Jake Paul's shit's scripted?
No, I'm telling you that Jake Paul hasn't fought anybody that's really credible as a boxer. He's fought MMA fighters, and if you want to fight MMA fighters, go fight in the fucking MMA. Fight a real boxer for once. At least fight a boxer that says
He tried fighting Tommy Fury and he tried fighting that Raheem dude, but I mean the shit didn't.
You want to know why those fell through? You want to know why those fell through?
Why?
Because two things. He wanted the money because those dudes don't have a big enough name internet wise. So he wanted
Tommy
the big
Fury has a
pickup.
big name. That's Tyson Fury's brother, bro.
Okay. Tyson Fury, just because you're linked to Tyson Fury doesn't mean you're Tyson Fury.
And he's mad handsome.
What?
See, we should have.
You be looking at dudes the wrong way.
We should have.
You think Jimmy Garoppolo's handsome too, huh?
No, yo, pull up a picture of Tommy Fury. That guy's mad handsome.
Yo.
Hey, yo, taking a segment.
Oh my God. All I'm saying is Jake Paul, at a certain point, it's like people, like you can't pull the wool over people's eyes and then think that you're just going to keep making money and money
I
off this shit.
disagree with that shit. I can't even let you finish that
It didn't
statement,
work
bro.
in this fight.
Bro.
His pay-per-view sold shit. They did
That's
not
decent.
work.
That's decent.
That's terrible. He was mad
He
about
sold
how
more than Gervonta Davis's last fight. What are you talking about?
he didn't.
Yes, he
What-
did.
when
Look
you
up
just pull that
Gervonta
number
Davis'
out
last
your
fight, bro.
ass. What the fuck
Yo,
are you
he
talking
sold
about?
more than Gervonta Davis. So that
Nigga,
means
are you
Gervonta Davis.
Bro, you
doesn't
know worse. You have literal no credibility on that shit at all. Where did you find it? Pull
Look
that
it up. Look it up right now.
All right, I'll pull that shit up. But let's transition to
Anyways,
the next topic while you say some more.
Let's talk about Logan Paul because I heard he had a really, really good performance at
Crown Jewel in WWE Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I saw a lot of highlights. He was actually it looked pretty good, and I looked at the comps. I'm not no wrestling enthusiast, but everyone's saying he had a really, really good performance.
He did very good. It's been his third. That was his third match.
Mm-hmm.
And he did really well. I'm not sure how many more matches he has left on his contract. It's November, so I could imagine his last match might be around WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, from what we're seeing with Logan Paul, I'd keep him in the big storylines because we don't got no stars right now in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm keeping him in big storylines. On Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, I'm using him in appearances. I'm not booking him in any matches. Maybe on the Go Home show, the show before the pay-per-view. Maybe on a Go Home show, I might book him in a match, but there might be some kind of flub finish, or if he's a heel or babyface, depending on where they want to go with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the dude did well. I can't hate on him. I'm not gonna.
Nah, that's what I heard. A lot of people were just giving him praise throughout the comments. Like I said, I saw that he showed a lot of athleticism too.
This dude is crazy athletic.
We do like a 5-star frog splash.
Like, bro, he did probably like 5 different splashes during the match, and like each time he got the same amount of height. Like, this dude's a crazy athlete.
He's a pure athlete, bro.
Pure, like in the
Maybe.
purest sense of the word.
Too. He looked big.
Like next to Roman Reigns, even like he's not as big, but he's like
He looks like
he's got a presence.
They say he's legit though. Like a lot of the wrestlers say that this dude's
Nah, he was down there at the performance center, I guess, working with like real like Shawn Michaels, fucking Gregory Helms, motherfuckers who are actually good in the ring, who can actually show him something. And he was working with Miz when he first got there, so he's had some good people in his ear to help him along this journey. So
I have a question.
I'd hope he re-signs after WrestleMania.
I have a question. You think Logan Paul is bringing eyes to wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
for the younger
especially
kids.
with Roman Reigns, because it's like once you book Roman Reigns how you did, where you have him run through everybody, it's just like, and then the big names or names that you could have made big, they left to AEW. So, I mean, it was the right thing to do, and that's why I said I hope he resigns, because you're gonna need another star to put him. Like, you could use him as a star and put him with someone else. You know, Brock's not gonna be around forever.
Right.
Yeah,
Bobby Lashley might be going heel now, so we'll see how that goes. There's a lot of different moving parts on the like behind the scenes part to really dictate what you could do with Logan Paul going forward.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Nah, I mean, I seen that shit going crazy on social media, and I think that's a big aspect too. You know, especially, you know, like I said, I'm more of a spectator, and I see a lot of AW shit. I was seeing mad Logan Paul.
And that's partially due to Logan Paul. Like, I think something the WWE learned from Logan Paul is how to really control social media and really understand what their consumers are looking for as far as social media.
Honestly, that's a good business move. Just sign Logan Paul just for the social media.
Bro, just for the marketing aspect.
He could be like even if like
give him the bag. Give him the bag.
Well, I mean, yeah, regardless, yeah, definitely give him the bag. But even if he doesn't continue to keep wrestling, just throw him backstage, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, exactly. Have him in the marketing department, promotion.
He has a
I think he might be able to do that.
His fan base, like, they don't care what he does. They'll support it. Honestly.
Clearly, like.
Hey, you know what? That's a good business move. You know, I can't hate on that.
This dude Logan Paul, like, honestly, he did what his brother did. He came into a business that apparently he said he was a fan of, and he saw it was something he could do. He used his resources, exploited his resources basically to do this and get better at this.
Right.
And I mean, 3 matches in, granted, you only kind of got the match because we had to give the Saudis a good match.
You have to give a Saudis
because
a star.
we getting they're getting a lot of money for those shows.
Yeah,
so they had to give them the marquee show. So that's really the only reason he got the match. But who's to say where it goes from here?
There's a lot of money over there, you know. Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia, you know.
Facts. They willing to throw any bread.
There's money out there, you know.
Jared, let me ask you a wrestling question, right? Who would you wanna? All right, let me rephrase this. Who do you think would have a better wrestling career, Logan Paul, if they go full time, Logan Paul or Bad Bunny?
Logan Paul.
Think so?
Yeah, and only because I hate not to knock Bad Bunny, but one, he's small.
No, he is. Yeah,
he's like tiny. He'd get hurt.
Yeah,
and 2, I don't think he's as natural an athlete as Logan Paul. But and also the promo, that helps. I don't think English would be Bad Bunny's first language.
No.
So he'd be good in cities like Los Angeles, San Jose, like the California coast.
Right.
He'd probably
Texas,
be good in
Florida.
New York. He'd probably be good like in El Paso, Florida. Big Spanish populations, you know?
Right. That makes sense.
But I'd easily say Logan Paul.
Honestly, like, I think his fan base would be big, and like initially they'd like tune in, but after a while, it'll die out. You know what I mean? As far as wrestling.
Yeah,
And on
because
top of that-
I don't think his fans would be
Interesting.
wanting to see that.
On top of that, Bad Bunny's making mad money outside of that
Crazy.
shit, bro.
No, but he loves wrestling though. That's why I asked. I mean, he literally, bro, he loves this shit.
Yeah, but I mean, he could love it, but like, if you're making 500 mil going on,
Hey, there's tons of people that love this shit that should not be doing this
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
I
no.
tell you that right now, boy.
Hey, yo.
That's true.
Woo,
So what's up with MJF? You got big news?
Man, they making my boy babyface.
Really? You think that's a bad move? Yeah. Damn.
Because when you have a heel that like people can really get behind because he's a heel, sometimes you don't have to make him a babyface. Like Stone Cold, you didn't have to like make him a babyface. They did at one point, and then when he took his ball and went home, he came back, and then he was a heel again, like the anti-establishment heel, where they cheer you because you're going against the company.
Yeah.
Which in that sense you're a bad guy, but in the grand scheme you're a good guy. So, but
You don't
they
you
could have
don't
did that with him, and him going baby. I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know.
You seem distraught.
I
baffled,
agree with it. And like a star that good, I don't want. And he's young. He's like what, 24, 25? Bro, don't ruin him.
Hey,
And Tony's gonna ruin him because you have people who don't know what they're doing backstage, and he doesn't want to realize. I'll keep saying it. He needs help. He needs more help than people who look at this as
Who,
a
Tony
problem.
Khan?
Yeah, like Tony. I'm sorry, I didn't say his name. Tony Khan needs more help backstage. More help from people who are not just looking at this as a vanity project, as I keep saying. MJF being a babyface ain't good. Why'd you magnetize to him? What brought you towards him?
Because this
What
motherfucker's a
attracted
cocky
you to him?
motherfucker. He was like,
Exactly.
no fucks.
That's
he
his
was like, I'm the
appeal.
motherfucking man.
Yeah.
That's his appeal. When you take all that away and you make him this sympathetic figure that people are supposed to feel sorry for, when that sorry feeling goes away, then what?
yeah.
You got to repackage him again, and then again, and you gonna make him a cycle guy? No, you have to let MJF be MJF.
Gotta let him eat, bro.
Period.
Oh, it's all done.
Let me just say, I hate technical difficulties. Okay,
Yeah. You know, a lot of technical difficulties.
we seem to run into those problems a lot.
a lot. But anyways,
Crazy.
we are gonna announce this big announcement. I just said the same shit twice. But
Expansion.
expansion.
What we looking at, boys?
Content.
More content on the YouTube page. We're gonna have
Hella.
stocked up wrestling.
Okay.
Stocked up football.
Okay.
Stocked up interviews.
Okay.
And hopefully stocked up foods.
Talk to him.
Oh, nah, food. The food for sure coming.
Hey,
the
you
food
know
for
what?
sure coming. The
I
food for
think-
sure
I
coming.
don't want to
something.
hear it one.
No.
No.
Will's
no.
not gonna
Shut
be a
the fuck
moderator.
up. Please
He's
shut
gonna
up.
be with me in that one.
Just shut up. I'm
Carbosaurus
fucking up
is
my
gonna be in the
vibe. Shut up, bro. You can't be talking if you're not making content.
Food coming.
So we are doing interviews, wrestling, live streaming. Because football, we do this bi-weekly episode. But you know what we're going to do? To keep up with the pace of football and wrestling.
What we gonna do?
OnlyFans.
We're going to put out
Ninja.
we're going to put out content for football weekly.
Weekly.
We're going to put out wrestling content weekly.
Weekly.
We are
So
gonna-
you get these takes fresh. So they hit your brain fresh.
As they would say, fresco.
And then we're going to put
I like that one.
and I'm gonna do a little something with the interviews. I'm gonna have producers and artists, and then that's gonna be his own little niche thing. So if you guys like that, that'll be on there too. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel,
Come fuck with us. The
and it'll be a lot of more content.
Hella
Yes, sir.
content.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
And tell this motherfucker to make some content.
I got you.
Josh, shut
Yeah, I
up.
don't really like how he got the
Yeah.
Patriots jersey on and all that stuff, and he over being a Bills fan behind closed
Stocked
doors.
up.
I got you.
Content coming soon.
Hezbollah.